people got it going on.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear? I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned.
Looks like you made a home for yourself out here.
A home for anyone who's ever turned their backs on Edgewater. A home for those of us with nowhere left to go and nothing to lose. So, like the spores of the puffball, cast on the wind and alighting on fresh soil, we put down new roots. It is an unpleasant story, dear. But the short of it is that sometimes one wakes up and realizes the place that was once her home for much of her life has changed. The home in which we spent our lives has left us behind, and so we must move on. And that is as much as I will say on the subject. No, dear. The garden belongs to us all.
I like these people.
Life is the gift of the universe, and the universe yields its bounty equally, absent of prejudice. The soil around the Vale went sour years ago, but I found a way to sweeten it back up. The secret recipe is a little bit of elbow grease, a dash of love, and a heaping pile of special fertilizer.
Special fertilizer?
Reed Thompson, you here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile?
Sadly, yes. Yes, I am.
Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace?
Well, I don't know.
then?
Can we just skip this and I just get back in to kill all the people?
I can't say I blame you. Reed is positively soporific. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves. He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans?
I need a power regulator.
Cannery's got a regulator. You want chip parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be.
You're not wrong.
If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery.
Oh.
Seems the sort of thing a hero would do.
What you got against the town?
You've seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own lamps. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off whatever scrap Spacer's choice throws them. You know that's true, don't you, Ms. Holcomb? Your father died of overwork. His heart gave out.
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them.
It's terrible.
Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp grows and thrives.
Yeah, I'm on it, definitely.
I trust you will listen to your conscience.
Hmm. All right. We gotta go get that thing. We gotta go to the geothermal plant or geothermal power plant, whatever it's called, and we gotta find the logic control for the. Man, I can't talk today. Find the logic control for the machines for the one guy.
I always wanted to poke around.
And yeah, that I think is a hit.
Here we go! Oh. Nice hit! That didn't work! Careful, you're hurt!
I died. Man. Alright, we're back. With a slightly different strategy this time.
Not even a scratch.
Got him.
I always wanted to poke around in here.
Means suffer, give them better armor, increase your determination skill, good for companion perks. Okay. So she doesn't die. It's okay. Making her aggro. Okay. I'm gonna do a little menu cleanup, or a little inventory cleanup real quick. Here we go. Another vending machine.
The control room should be off to the right. I hope we're doing the right thing.
Now, let's retrieve a logic module first. Okay.
Gosh, that's close.
I need one more lockpicking. A lot of bits. Least number of bronzes after the hump. That's good for him. It's elite characteristics right there. Ooh, here's the control room. So the thing's only operating at 22% efficiency. I wonder if there's a way to fix it. Let's go look down. Let's just explore before we go committing to any choices here.
Process begin.
Here they come! Take cover! Woo! We made it!
Flywheel. Parts. Gonna have to go through here.
System.
Here they come! Got him! You've got him!
Required.
This is repair logs. Ah, got a logic module. Cell and light ammo.
Get away!
It's a person.
No, just leave me alone.
Wish I could do that.
Workbench discovered. I just spent all my money on tinkering.
Mind the steam. You're liable to get scalded.
It burned.
Something you need?
No.
Get away! Get away!
Here we go!
Yeah, no, that was pretty stupid of me. I really messed that one up.
Mind the steam. You're liable to get scalded.
Unexpected noise.
Woo! We made it!
So I can take a flaw here. Auto mechanicals now give me the willies, and I lose dexterity, perception, and temperament when they're around. I mean, it's one point for an extra perk. Okay. Shut off the steam release valves. Man, I'm so close to leveling up. I don't know what that did.
Go away, Phantom! Get away! You're not real. You're not real. You're not real. You're not real. Get away from me, Phantom. Shoot. Scram. You can talk? The Phantom's never talked before. Oh, I knew I shouldn't have eaten that sprat raw. See? See, Higgins? This is why you must always boil your sprats before ingesting. Of course. Do excuse me. I experience brief flashes of mania during which I am visited by the phantoms of my imagination. Chester D. Higgins. The D stands for definitely not insane. I use it as a reminder.
Back away slowly. How long you been down here?
Hard to say. By my reckoning, Higgins has been here somewhere between 2 weeks and forever. My recollection's a touch fuzzy these days.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Higgins has been many things over the years. Sprat Wrangler, Saltuna Critic, Aetherwave Personality, Chairman of the Board, Galactic Defender, Sisty Pig Tycoon. I've come a long way for someone who started off as a simple engineer right here in this plant.
Have you now?
I specialized in automechanicals, drones, sentries, repaired them, maintained, upgraded, did it all from my old workroom just over in the next section. Look, I don't want to fall into any trouble with the mechanicals. If they wise up to our plans, they will come for us. With prodding irons. You know, you remind me of myself back when I was an intergalactic adventurer. I discovered a flaw. Their hostility levels were hardwired to maximum. There's no changing that, but you could rewrite their targeting protocol so they attack each other instead.
Someone tampered with it.
Yes, that's exactly it. I see you're also versed in the noble art of mechanical engineering. There's a behavior control terminal in the other room. It should have options to change how the mechanicals act, including whom they shoot at. Oh, that reminds me. You'll need my passcode to access the behavior control terminal. Here, let me just write it down for you. Funny thing, I was working on a logic module just before the mayhem started. Security chief found me and confiscated the logic module.
Okay. Okay.
Investigate.
That was a mistake.
Wires in nearby puzzle bed.
Royce hit! Everyone all right?
What was that, all of them? Did I guess I killed all of them instead of letting them kill each other. Alright, so we're gonna have to go do the thing. There's something going on with the power, though, where I'm turning stuff on. I wonder if the plant is operating at a higher efficiency now, or if not. I just wonder. letting more power through or something. Well, that's what I was supposed to do. Nope. Yeah, this is where I need to go. Logic module. Bits everywhere. Now let's look and see. See, there's still one that's not on, I think.
Once we do this, there's no going back. Excuse me, ma'am. Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you. Do you understand what you're about to do?
Go ahead.
I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished.
So what am I supposed to do?
That sure sounds like Mr. Thompson. If he was standing here, I imagine he'd remind us of how we're all one big, happy Spacer's Choice family. In Mr. Thompson's eyes, those deserters are still part of the Spacer's Choice family. The family must work together in order to survive. I hate to say it, but I think Mr. Thompson's got a point. Unless those deserters come back, Edgewater's as good as dead. Cutting off their power might be the only way.
No.
Miss McDevitt's built something beautiful. Somehow, she's talked the ground into giving life again. It's plain to see she's made the Vale a better place. Fed
Exactly.
the hungry, tended the sick.
Everyone just needs to go join up with her.
Gave a home to those that had none. But Miss McDevitt delights in Edgewater's suffering. She wants to hurt the town. Do you really want to be party to that kind of hatred?
She's doing the right things for the wrong reasons.
Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that. I just... Really? I mean, wow. Thanks. No one's ever told me those words in that order.
All right. Redirecting power. She's doing something out there. They've built a good community. Spacer's choice reputation decreased. Sorry I had to. I like what they got going on though there in the wilderness. I mean, this playthrough we are tearing down the capitalist establishment here. If the map would load. We will tear down the capitalist establishment when the map decides to load.